I feel like that's a really important message, especially for summer. Your body is already perfect. You do not need to change it. More gentle movement. I just decided not to let that bother me. You can't control what happens to you. And that's the nature of life, and that's what actually makes life perfect. Perfection doesn't even exist. An essential part of living a happy life without any restrictions, self-compassion, and self-love. It will all be okay. Your body is not your enemy, but your friend. And sometimes I do have negative thoughts, which is obviously not true. I work out for the wrong reasons. The only thing holding me back is myself. You already have a bikini body. It looks a bit disgusting as of now, but trust me, it's so good. I've tried it the other day. We have oat milk, 1 banana, an apple, and some vegan vanilla yogurt. But rather than drinking them, I really like eating it like this as a smoothie bowl, because I feel like when I drink smoothies, I drink it like the same way I would drink any other beverage, but a smoothie is like real food, so I find that when I drink it fast and I don't feel that I get full so quickly, and I just don't like that. But a smoothie bowl is really good. This is usually the season where I only drink iced coffee because it's so hot, but right now it's not that warm. I actually wanted to go for a walk right now, and I'm going to do that later, but it just doesn't look that comfortable. Like, the wind is very strong and I really don't like strong wind. So I'm just having a cozy morning inside. And hot coffee is perfect for that. I think I'm gonna make a snack now and just watch some YouTube or Netflix. I'm done with my studying for the day. I'm not doing that much. I only did like 1.5 hours, but that's enough for today. I'm kind of tired. I don't know if it's my body that's not used to this early wake-up time, even though it is only 15 minutes earlier than usual, because I did get like almost 7.5 hours of sleep, but I'm listening to my body. I was actually planning to go running today. That was before yesterday's workout, but my legs are so sore from that I just thought if I went running right now, I would only make it worse. Like, that would be counterproductive because I wouldn't be able to work out for at least a few days after that. So I just made my workout inside a bit longer this morning, and I'm gonna go walk later and maybe also ride my bike, but that's more gentle movement. And if my legs are feeling better tomorrow, I might go running then. Now it's still very windy, but I just decided not to let that bother me, and also the sky is clearing up now, so it's all good. So recently I've been very intuitive with my routine and how I structure my days. The thing is, a few months back I designed like this, I called it my ideal or perfect daily routine, which includes like a morning routine, a night routine, and things to do throughout the day. And ever since I designed that, I've been so fixated on it. Like, I romanticized it completely as the perfect way to spend a day. And some days I do get quite close to it, especially the morning routine is pretty easy to follow sometimes, but other times I would like switch some habits around. The thing about this routine is that it's very detailed and concrete. It has like all the habits that I want to be doing in order to live my best life, down to at what time I do what and for how many minutes. Is like very calculated. That's so J of me. Anyway, the thing is, although it might sound trivial, whenever I don't follow this exact routine, even just things like switching habits around, for example, when I have breakfast before my morning walk instead of after because I was hungry before, that's a good thing, right? Because I was intuitive and listening to my body, but for some reason I can't help but feel like I'm somehow not living my best life that way, which is obviously not true. My best life is anything that makes me feel good in the moment, and there's no sense in following this perfect, quote-unquote perfect routine if it's not making me feel good that day. So far, I didn't have a full day where I completely followed that routine. I did have mornings that looked exactly like that, but then the rest of the day would be kind of different, and every day is different. Like, I have different schedules or appointments or things I have to do, and no day will look exactly like what I imagine that perfect day to be like. And that's the nature of life, and that's what actually makes life perfect. Also, perfection doesn't even exist, right? I can imagine this ideal day, but that doesn't mean that if I actually lived it like that, it would be perfect. That I can only feel my best that way. And also, this perfect routine is just a product of my own imagination. I feel like I'm losing my point, what I wanted to say. I definitely want to try living at least a few days very close to that ideal routine, but I also don't want to be too strict with myself. If something doesn't work out or it just works better a different way, I'm gonna do it that way. For example, today, I thought I was gonna run, and running is also a part of that perfect routine, but obviously I'm not gonna go run every day. Like today, my legs are sore from a workout from yesterday, so I'm listening to my body, giving it the rest it needs. What's important is moving in whatever way. So I'm walking now, which is more gentle movement, and it doesn't hurt my body, but it's still better than sitting on my couch the whole day. However, there are days where I might need that. If I'm injured or sick, for example, sometimes even walking isn't good. And this is true for all the other habits as well. Basically, what I want to say is I'm still having quite a hard time finding a balance between following a routine and also living intuitively. I also feel like spontaneity and the ability to be spontaneous is also such an important part of life, especially in summer. Like, making spontaneous plans to go out or do something is so beautiful. The nature of life is that you can't control what happens to you, or how I like to see it, what happens for you. And I feel like personally, in my life right now, holding on to a specific routine is sometimes holding me back from great experiences and memories. So I feel like what I need in my life right now is just letting go of control a bit more. Obviously, all these habits are great and I still want to be more disciplined. Not necessarily more disciplined, because I am already disciplined, really. Focusing on my health and becoming my best version with all these habits is obviously a great pursuit, and I want to continue that, but just in a more intuitive and balanced way, I guess. I just love walking in nature. Like every time I come here, I notice once again the beauty of nature and of life, and I gain like a new perspective on my life and on life in general and the world. If you do one thing in your day, connect with nature. It is truly an essential part of living a happy life, I feel like. Sorry that I'm rambling and I feel like what I'm saying is all over the place and not organized, but that's because this is really just a brainstorm. I feel like walking just frees up my mind and makes me think of things that I wasn't sure of before. But something else I realized is that I just want to live. I want to enjoy the present and my life how I want to, without any restrictions or rules. And following this very unrealistic routine that I designed for myself is often holding me back from just living and relaxing. Because right now is a time where, yes, I have to study, but I can do that in a very relaxed manner. I want to romanticize my life, and I just want to do whatever I want to. The only thing holding me back is myself. So if I just show myself some genuine self-compassion and self-love and allow myself to do what my intuition tells me to do, it will all be okay, and I will find happiness. I am happy right now. I'm so happy to be alive, to be healthy. I'm so grateful for my life. Wow, I didn't expect this walk to be so emotional and like full of realizations and like life lessons, pieces of wisdom. Take whatever you want from this rant, brain dump, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna continue walking with my thoughts now and maybe listen to a podcast, because that's been an obsession of mine recently. Life is good. Enjoy the little things and don't be so hard on yourself. Finished this book by Haruki Murakami, and I loved it so much. It's so good. I really became addicted to reading it, even though it took me about a month, just because I had so many other things to do. The time that I did spend reading it, I got so invested and immersed in the story. Murakami is by far my favorite author of all time. I will forever be grateful to my friend who introduced me to him and recommended me one of his novels called Kafka on the Shore, and that is to this day my absolute favorite book of all time. There's nothing better. I've read it like 2 or 3 times already, and it's just so good. I would reread it at any point. If you haven't read Kafka on the Shore by Murakami, please do so. It's so good. I love his writing style and his stories. And I actually started collecting his books. Wait, I'll show you. This is my very proud Murakami collection. This is what I have over my bed. But I've read almost all of the books you can see there. There are only 3 books that I don't own of his. And of the ones that I have, there's only 2 I haven't read yet. And one of those I'm gonna start reading tomorrow. And the other one, I'm sure I'll finish it sometime this summer. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that he is by far my favorite author, and you can really tell. All of his books are just so good, even though I do prefer the longer novels over the short stories. It's just my preference. If you haven't read anything by Murakami yet, I highly recommend you to do so. Ever since that friend introduced me to Murakami and got me into this obsession even further, like, that friend was already quite obsessed with Murakami, but after that, I got even deeper into the obsession than them, and I have recommended his books to 2 other people. My sister read one of them, one of the ones I own, and I gifted 2 to another friend because I just want to spread the magic that is the world of Haruki Murakami. I'm having a snack, and I think I'm just gonna eat it while watching some more YouTube. I don't know why, but I've been obsessed with eating in front of the TV lately. And not just snacks, but I love having dinner while watching a good Netflix show. I know it's so bad. I know you're supposed to focus on your food while you're eating without distractions, but it's been such a guilty pleasure of mine. I just love it. And I don't think I'll give that up completely. It's just that that's my kind of reward at the end of the day. I need to have that. It's 5:30 a.m. and I'm gonna go on a run because Stray Kids is having their comeback at 6 a.m. and I hope to be back by that time. So let's go! Taking a break and now I'm just walking because I'm listening to my body, right? That was totally intuitive. I didn't even think like, oh, I'm gonna stop now, but my body just stopped running and started walking. But that's okay. Exercise is not torture. And I'm not doing this to change my body. Your body is not your enemy, but your friend. And you should be working for and with your body, not against it. I feel like that's a really important message, especially for summer, because I totally get it. Comparison is inevitable and I'm not perfect at this. I also have my bad body image days and compare myself to others. And sometimes I do have negative thoughts, and I have to admit sometimes I work out for the wrong reasons, but it's important to catch yourself and stop those toxic thought patterns right when you notice them. You already have a bikini body, whatever that means. Your body is already perfect. You do not need to change it. So work out because it feels good, because you want to do something good for your body. And don't overexhaust yourself if your body is telling you that it can't anymore. And don't forget to fuel your body.